welcome back to the second episode of I'll Try Anything Once. Tonight, we are making the Mint Julep. That's right, one of the oldest cocktails known to man, one whose history belongs to the Middle East all the way to our very own Kentucky Derby here in America. But before we talk about the lore, let's make the drink first.
My little shack's just a cardboard box at $80 a month.
Your life is adorable.
I know somebody in West Egg.
I don't know a single person that side of the bay.
Oh, you must know Gatsby.
We're using 4 main ingredients to go with this drink. Woodford Reserve Kentucky style bourbon. This is the official whiskey for the Kentucky Derby. Crushed ice, mint, and simple syrup. My simple syrup is a bit darker because I'm using brown sugar. Works just as well. Also a spoon to stir, a straw, a muddler, and a jigger for measuring.
I'm going to leave you gentlemen to talk about your sports and your women.
Other people's wives.
Hello, ladies.
First, you're gonna pick out 3 to 5 leaves. You can also slap the mint to wake it up. Half an ounce of simple syrup. Now you want to muddle it just to kind of break the skin of the mint and release the odors. 2.5 ounces of whiskey. Now you're gonna fill the cup up with crushed ice. You're gonna fill it up 3/4 of the way so we can stir. Go ahead and take your spoon, stir. Fill it up with a bit more ice just to top it off. Grab an end of a mint. Make an indentation with the spoon. Just drop it in there. Do the same thing with the straw. And there you have a mint julep. Just as good as the drink is the story of the mint julep. So, let's head on over to the couch and talk just about that.
Oh, Mr. Bond, sit down, please. Mint julep? Traditional, but satisfying.
Yes, thanks. Sour mash, but not too sweet, please.
The mint julep story comes from all across the world. When it was first discovered in the Middle East, it was referred to as a julep. This is a drink with rose petals and water, which were mainly used as a medication instead of a cocktail. This would treat such bodily discomforts as shortness of breath or stomach pains. Of course, when it came to America, this is where things got kicked up a notch. Coming to America, it wasn't long before juleps were mixed with every spirit in the country. However, none would stick with the julep as much as bourbon did when it came around in the 1800s. The Southern Spirit gained the most popularity, which would then be used in the earliest Kentucky horse races. In 1938, the Mint Julep would become the official cocktail of the Kentucky Derby. According to the Kentucky Derby's official website, roughly 120,000 Mint Juleps are served over the 2-day period of the Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby weekend. This includes more than 10,000 bottles of bourbon, 1,000 pounds of fresh mint, and 60 pounds of ice. Hunter S. Thompson's famous article, The Kentucky Derby is Decadent and Depraved, which appeared in 1970, says, by mid-afternoon, they'll be guzzling mint juleps with both hands and vomiting on each other between races. The whole place will be jammed with bodies, shoulder to shoulder. It's hard to move around. There are several iconic historical figures who drank the cocktail. This includes Presidents Theodore Roosevelt and Andrew Jackson. Famous Southern writer William Faulkner claimed the cocktail as his drink of choice. F. Scott Fitzgerald whose wife was Southern, used the drink extensively in its iconic book, The Great Gatsby, as a symbol of ultra luxury. Of course, this drink would later be used in the movie as well. As you can see, the drink has enjoyed a long and fruitful lifetime as a staple American cocktail. So unfortunately, I don't know any Southern folk, but I do know my good friend Gustavo. Gustavo, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So tell us, what are your favorite type of cocktails? What do you like to drink?
One of my favorites, probably caipirinha, Brazilian cocktail with cachaça, lemons, sugar, and a little bit of passion fruit juice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So Gustavo, you never had a mint julep before, right?
No, never.
Well, now that it's your first time, what do you think?
A little bit strong at first, but I kept drinking it. The ice melted a little bit, sweetened it up a little bit.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Gustavo. It was a real pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
Whether you're lounging about on a summer day or watching the horses race by, the mint julep is an amazing drink to have with you. My name is Luka, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of I'll Try Anything Once. Have a good night and cheers.